Hello everybody and welcome back to Victoria 2, where the Ottomans are doing a miracle here. I don't know how they're doing this, but the Ottomans are winning the fight for us. We have no troops, we're making troops, but overall we have no troops. There's this Persian army over here that's our ally as well. They're not interested in actually fighting the UK, but every time the UK takes something, they swoop in and take it back, which is kind of funny. Okay, let's go ahead and get some research going here. Let's go for military logistics next for more organization. It's going to be a big deal. You can see they're already swinging into motion. The UK went here. I really feel like they can actually beat these guys. Yeah, they're fighting. That's perfect. I really thought they could do that. And it looks like they are going to win. Maybe. Is that going to turn around? I would like to send our troops in there to help, but we have no morale. So that's not going to be a thing. We're just grouping up right now with what troops we're able to scrounge up. But yeah, they actually stack wiped them. That's amazing. What a turnaround by the Ottomans and the Persians, though. This is nuts. UK just isn't putting up a fight. They sent the one army down here. I thought I remember seeing one up here that the Ottomans must have already driven off or stack wiped. But yeah, this is incredible. I've never seen a turnaround like this with this kind of numbers. Look at this, 1857 to 82, and the Ottomans are winning. Like, not just winning, they're destroying. Now, we should be getting ticking war score right now. Yep, we are indeed getting ticking war score. So that's great. But right now, our primary goal is simply, let's get our army rebuilt a little bit to defend ourselves. Meanwhile, the Ottomans and the Persians can bring the fight to the UK. We can now have up to 21 brigades. In which case, what is our current combat width? Our combat width is 20. I'm assuming that this works similarly to in Europa, which means that we'd want 18 units of infantry. I don't know that for sure. I don't know if it's... Hang on, let's read the tooltip here. That is not helpful. I don't know if that's thousands of troops or if that's infantry or what, but let's go ahead and build 2 more units of guards and as many artillery as we can. That should hopefully keep us going. Meanwhile, in British Africa, I don't know where all of their troops are. Like, their military power is so high. Are they in a different war? Ottoman Empire, Ethiopia, Najd, and Persia. No, that's just us. Are they fighting the British Raj over here? No, the Ottomans are invading there too. Where are the British? They're just ceding territory at this point. Giving it up. Okay, so we've got some relatively radicalized people. They want voter rights, unemployment subsidies, old age security. We'll go to trinket subsidies. There we go. That should make them relatively happy. But right now, a Sudanese uprising, we will disperse them. We actually have troops to deal with them. So that's a thing. They still haven't added a war goal on our side. This is purely defensive then. Now there are some defender blockades. Or rather, there is an attacker blockade. Oh, What drove that up to 18%? Did the Ottomans lose a fight? Yeah, here's the British. Okay. They're really far away, though. Like, really far away. So that's fantastic. At this point, we can probably reopen and resubsidize our factories. Is my theory? Yeah, seems fine. At least for now. Fantastic. Oh, hello. Is there anybody on that? We're going to sit in a Cordat for now. Organization and mobilization size. Fantastic. We do still have a few more troops that we're going to be raising up. And in fact, we could continue to get another artillery. But I want to see what our final loadout is looking like on that front. We're going to grab deep defense systems. Excellent. So our military is currently stronger than it's ever been in the entire game. You can see over here the Ottomans are losing these fights. But that's okay, ultimately. We have ticking war score on our side. And this can go to... what percent? I don't actually know. But the Ottomans should be losing less fights over here. Because it would appear that the British are actually defending British India. They've got this blockade here, but they don't seem to be landing troops. Okay, let's get everybody grouped up over here. Now we do have 2 more units of artillery coming in. They can come up to a Cordat. And I have to believe that this is going to start going very poorly for us over on this front. There's not a lot I can do about that, unfortunately. But let's see, we're at 12-1-7. I think, at least in terms of Europa combat mechanics, we should get a second unit of cavalry. And specifically, I kind of want to get cuirassiers, I think. So we'll get one of those. And then we've got another artillery coming in. So we'd be 12-2-8. And I kind of feel like we want to get with our last 2 units of, or with our last brigade, I think we can only get 1 more brigade. I feel like we want to get an artillery. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And we're going to see how this war ends up playing out. Like, this war may last until the end of the game, for all I know. Ottoman Empire is giving them a good fight. There's no doubt about that. They're going to have to cap back over here. And I don't know if they can walk over this territory or not. Like, Ottoman Empire clearly has access, but I'm not sure if the British do. It kind of looks like they don't. So they're just going to defend British India and walk away. Okay, I have to assume they're going to be landing over here then, at a point in the future. Let's go ahead and go for, let's see, voters' rights movement is getting pretty radicalized, so let's get rid of that. Excellent. Okay, and we're almost to our army cap for right now. And realistically, I mean, the war is still indecisive. Ottomans are wrecking over here, and the question is, do the British decide that the best thing to do is to go defend British Africa, or do they come attack Ethiopia? It's kind of a no-win situation for them. If they come over here, they lose so much ticking war score, but if they come over here, they take tons of attrition in this area. We can fight them with the Ottoman and Persian support in the area, and in the meantime, this is happening. Now, I wish that these engagements over in British Raj hadn't have been happening, but yeah, it looks like the UK doesn't have military access through this area. Fascinating. So the score over time bonus is currently at 14%. What is the cap of that? After a period of 730 days, you'll instead add war score to the owner. That's going to be starting up very soon, right? Like, I mean, it's already started up, realistically. Let's get these troops moved into our army proper. Elections are starting, and we can actually make even more troops. That said, we're approaching our supply limit over here. Okay, so we can have up to 78, but it's actually a weight of 51, presumably because of our leader or something. So that means that we can have a fair amount more in our army. Our current combat width is 20, so I would like to put in, I think, 3 more units of infantry. Of course, their combat width is lower. Does that mean that it restricts our combat to their combat width? That would be weird. I'm not sure if that's what that means or not. But regardless, I think I'm going to build 2 more units of guard and 1 more unit of artillery. Just to try to approach that a little bit in terms of the combat width. And then the question is, do we go for these army techs? I kind of feel like we do. We need to defend ourselves. There's 6 more years left in the game. So I feel like combat width -5 would be a great thing. Because if the combat width is then 15, assuming that I'm correct on what I think the combat width is, which is coming from Europa, assuming that's correct, then we're already basically at that combat width. Which would, of course, mean that we should have 1 unit of guards, but we should cancel the unit that's being built here. Yeah, cancel that, and instead build a unit of artillery here. And then we just work on maxing out our artillery. We can get another brigade. Wow. Artillery. Fantastic. Okay, so how is this war going? Still indecisive. Ooh, that is really nice. Those were some good inventions for us. Military spending debated. We do need to upgrade their weapons. Like, I want to move people towards military right now. So we need to upgrade their weapons. Yeah, this over here... Wait. Is Persia going to win this? Persia's going to win this. I'm pretty sure. Still indecisive. I'm gonna come back to that, but I want to double check that nothing's going on over here. Those are Yemeni armies. Nothing over there, nothing up here. Okay. Let's observe this combat then. I wouldn't say the war comes down to this combat, but this is a big deal. And Persia's winning. Oh, but here comes reinforcements. 10 October. 2 days. Persia loses. Pretty clearly. Persia needs to retreat. Technically, the Ottomans are there too, it looks like. They need to retreat. They were winning up until the reinforcements came in, but the moment those showed up, they needed to bail. Regardless, they're keeping them busy. Yeah, they won that, which is why that war score bump happened. I have to wonder at what point they just give up and are just like, yeah, we'll white peace. Because if they can't bring these armies to bear on Persia... let's see here. We'll go with that, because there aren't very many atheists. Elastic defense system, that is huge for us. And we can do a reform. So let's see here. Old age security. Sounds good. So they want better pensions. There we go. Good pensions. Fantastic. Okay, we're at 26 out of 27, and then our Asosa artillery will be finishing up shortly. So 1931, 16 August is when that finishes up. Sounds good. And autosave. There we go. Excellent. Well, it is time to put another cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Subscribe for more, and they're back over here in British Raj. Next episode, I guess we'll see if Britain ends up losing this war somehow. Like, at this point, the only explanation I have is gross mismanagement. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you all next time.